You've lost a home series 3-0. You've been whitewashed by not an established team but by New Zealand. A team prior to reaching India in 2024 had won only two tests in the last 50-60 years. They have gone and whitewashed you at home. In the aftermath of all of this, issues have been raised. And the BCCI had a 6-hour meeting with Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, and even AajTak was there also. Now, even Roger Binney was present via Zoom, if you have to look at it. What were the major issues discussed? What were the main topics that Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir were getting grilled about? Because the meeting lasted 6 hours. And there are several reports for which we do not vouch for its authenticity at this point in time. Issue number 1, which was discussed in the BCCI grilling of Gambhir and Rohit. Gambhir as coach. Now, under Rahul Dravid, the team had a different mantra, and Rahul Dravid bought into Rohit Sharma's mantra of being aggressive. But Gambhir's coaching style at this point in time has required the players to adapt. Now, looking at the condition, looking at the situation, for the long run, and if you think about it logically, it does make sense. You have to adapt. You just can't be aggressive every single time. But this is a problem. Because for some players, it hasn't been seamless and not everyone is on the same page. This style which is different from Rahul Dravid and the adapting to that style is causing some team issues. Which is why there are reports which we do not vouch for its authenticity, that there is a report that there is rifts in the team. Maybe the starting point of this rift is because different approaches, but some players are not able to buy into it. These are what the reports are stating. Issue number 2 in the New Zealand series. Why did you rest Jasprit Bumrah? This was on Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir. The tactical decisions that were taken. Why did you get Ashwin so late in Bengaluru? Why did you not ensure that you had attacking fields in Pune? Why did you rest Jasprit Bumrah when you knew that WTC final was at stake? But resting Jasprit Bumrah had to happen. Would you have expected him to play 10 tests on the trot, especially when you look at 5 tests in Australia? That is a huge issue that is brewing. Tactics wise, yes, Rohit missed the mark totally and he owned up to it after the Mumbai debacle. But related to this, issue number 3 on which the BCCI grilled them. Why did you opt for a rank turner in Mumbai, especially after having struggled in Pune? Why did they adopt? Why did India prepare a rank turner in Mumbai when it wasn't that much of a rank turner in Pune, but you still struggled? Why couldn't you have kept a sporting wicket for all the 3, knowing that was your major strength? When it's like India goes into multiple panic each and every time. Number 1, when they got beaten on a sporting deck, they reverted to turning tracks. When they got beaten on turning tracks, they reverted to a sporting pitch. And again, it got changed. You were beaten on a sporting deck in Bengaluru. Now you reverted to turning tracks. It didn't work there also. So, this is one thing where Rohit Sharma really would have had to answer a lot of. Why did you go for a perceived strength when it is not your strength? So, looking at this, the next major issue. Why did you include Nitish Reddy and Harshit Rana? Because at this point in time, when you look at it, both of these players don't have that much of first class experience. Not that much. Yes, Nitish Reddy and Harshit Rana have played few games, but is it enough? Fast tracking individuals at this point in time does not seem to be the mantra that the current BCCI regime is very keen on. So, this was the one other issue that was highlighted. Now, we are not saying it straight. There are multiple reports floating around that the team is exploring split coaching. If India does not do well in Australia, if they lose the series by a bad margin and they do not qualify for the WTC final, then split coaching might happen. Gambhir might only get red ball, some other individual might get red ball. The worst part is, if this happens, lot of questions will be asked about the Indian cricket team, because now you don't have the motivation of the WTC final also if you lose very badly in Australia. Are you going to persist with some individuals even heading into the new cycle in June, July? Because that's the start from 2025 to 2027. If your seniors, you're in a catch-22. If your seniors don't perform and your team doesn't perform, then the decision making might be a bit smoother. But if you perform, but the team doesn't do well, then what do you do? If the team pulls off a miracle and wins 4-0 or 5-0 in Australia, then let me tell you, boss, then your careers are saved by a whisper. But at this point in time, there are more questions than answers. And the Indian cricket team at this point in time will have to really grapple, because it's going into a tailspin at this point in time. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.